Once you feel comfortable playing only the roots of the chords through a 12-bar blues progression or other tune you might be working on, pretty quickly you're going to want to start branching away from that. Start adding some notes, getting a little bit more variety in your bass line. I recommend starting by adding the fifths of the chords. This is a great way to get your hand used to the location of the chord's fifth, which is one of the most common notes you'll play in any style of music on bass. But it also starts getting you thinking of moving around inside of the chord rather than using a scale for motion. While using scales is a great goal for walking bass lines, remember our primary goals for walking bass lines are to groove and to play the chords. So by focusing on the root and the fifth of the chord, you give the harmony very clearly to the listener, while at the same time keeping you limited enough that you can really focus on the groove that you're trying to play. I highly recommend going through as many tunes as you can, just playing the roots and the fifths in different configurations. This also allows you to practice improvising a little bit, because while you are moving between the roots and the fifths, the only real rule you need to follow is that you should start each new chord on its root, just so you can really hear the root of the chord when it occurs. That's not a steadfast rule, but it is quite helpful when you first start. You'll find there are a number of different options, different varieties of things you can do: root, fifth, fifth, root, fifth, root, root. So you can keep it kind of interesting and keep yourself guessing. The most important thing, though, is to make sure that you're really tracking where beat 1 is. Make sure that you're playing in groups of 4 or 3 if you're playing in 3/4. 4 beat groups as you move through, landing on the root on beat 1 whenever possible.